Hi, are you a fan of waffles and smiles? Of course you are. Everybody loves them both. Stay tuned. We're going to talk to Carrie Grund of Smilegram Paper. Wasn't that an awesome new intro? We have a new intro sequence to celebrate our new and improved Small Businesses Do It Better. We want to talk a little bit about all the new changes that are coming about, and I'll get to that in just a minute. But first I want to talk about our sponsor, which is Ovali, where we empower your home office lifestyle through web hosting, cloud services, and domain names. Visit ovali.com to buy your domain name today. And again, I'm Carissa Dunphy, the host of the Small Businesses Do It Better show. Tonight we're talking with Carrie Grund, who is the founder, creator, owner of Smilegram Paper. She started this company with her daughter, and we will talk to her in just a couple minutes. Everybody loves Smilegrams. So I first want to talk about really quick about all the changes that are happening on Small Businesses Do It Better. If you're joining us live, I have my chat down here, so if you want to ask Carrie any questions or ask me any questions, feel free to, and I'll try to get to them all. Otherwise, introduce yourself to all the other small business owners and viewers who are watching. It's a great place to talk with other small business owners in this community because we have tons of resources that we all need to share with one another. Okay, so what is new and improved on the Small Businesses Do It Better show? First of all, everything is on one place. It's all on the Small Businesses Do It Better website, which is also shortened for sbdib.com. You can see it back here, which is where you're watching from right now. We have a cool new thing. We're accepting guest blog posts. If you're an expert or if you're a small business owner and you have something that you feel can be valuable within the small business community, then we want you to guest post on our blog. So under the contact tab, in the top corner here, there's a little drop down that says guest post. So just submit it there. Read through the little guidelines. Small business topics is rather vague, so we'll accept all sorts of different posts. What else is new? We're featuring products. So in each episode, we're going to have our guests like we have had in the past. We're also going to feature a product, which is really cool. I've been bombarded this weekend with people sending in their products. So this is going to be really exciting to see what kind of funny different things. And we've got a cool thing that I'm going to show you in just a minute. We've got advertising opportunities on our website. A cool thing about the blog, I added Comment Love, which is a plugin on WordPress. Anybody can add it to their blog. But what it does is when you comment, it links back to your website. So it encourages comments. We want to give back to those who comment on the website. So leave a comment, and also a whole bunch of subscription options. You can go on iTunes, YouTube, Blip, RSS. There's all sorts of ways to find the show. And that is all on the website in the top corner. And coming soon that I want to talk about, it's probably going to come this weekend. I'm going to do some holiday marketing ideas and kind of like a shop online and downloadable for small businesses to market their products for the holidays, also services. So stay tuned for that. Let's get started talking about our first product that we're going to have on this product segment. I see Wired Roger is in the chat right now, and he is the guy who started this. So you guys saw this on Shark Tank last Friday. These are wired waffles. They're caffeinated waffles. Awesome story. My Twitter handle's Caffeine Keyboard as well as my blog. So I'm all about the caffeine. Probably have too much of it. But anyways, Roger lives not that far away from where we are. So I met with Roger last weekend. Got myself some waffles. If you guys want to see these, you couldn't really see them on Shark Tank, but they're like Belgian waffles. They're pretty thick. They're like as thick as like 3 Eggos. Pretty good size. So each waffle has the equivalent of a 20-ounce cup of coffee in it. which is kind of a lot of caffeine. I had half of one of these. You can see my full report on the blog, and I did a video and everything. I'm not going to eat this right now because it's 7 p.m. and I will be up all night. So everybody talk to Wired Roger on the chat. These are his Wired Waffles. His website, of course, is wiredwaffles.com. He also has caffeinated syrup for your waffles. I would get the syrup to put on anything else, though. You could put it, whatever, not in your cereal, but you can add it to anything rather than eating waffle. Super good alternative, low calories. I would say it's 200 calories. Instead of grabbing a muffin or grabbing a drive-thru, you can grab this, run out the door, and just... I like it because you can eat it quickly and devour it, and you don't get messy. Like if you get a sandwich or something, you know, the cheese drips in your lap, whatever. And you get buzzed. I'm all about caffeine, hence caffeine keyboard. So check out wiredwaffles.com. Back there, they've got, this is the bacon flavor, bacon salt. It's funny. They also have cinnamon, chocolate chip, and sweet sugar. I tried the sweet sugar one the other day. I was going to eat the other one this morning, but my husband took it, and he really liked it too. So I'm not partial because I'm caffeinated keyboard. He liked it too. And a lot of people go on Twitter and check out his hashtags and his He's Wired Waffles on Twitter. There's a lot of talk about him because his product was kind of controversial on the Shark Tank episode. It was kind of interesting to see that. So anyways, everyone say hi to Wired Roger. If anybody else has any questions, let me know on the chat. I'm going to read it really quick. We've got Julie Boucher in there. And Zelth, that's Kevin Nelson. He's going to be on the show soon. So let me know if you have any questions. But I'm going to get to our guest, Carrie. So welcome to the show, Carrie.
Thank you. Hi, Carissa.
Hi, Carrie. Can you start out by telling us a little bit about yourself and your company?
Sure, I'd love to. We started Smilegram Paper last year, and I founded Smilegram Paper with my daughter, who at the time made all the drawings and is the artist behind Smilegram Paper, which is really, really fun to see her artwork come to life in our stationery products. So we founded Smilegram Paper with just a simple concept because my daughter loves and has a really fine appreciation for art. So we took her simple drawings and turned them into fun stationery for all of our customers.
Very cool. We're looking at some of the paper right now on the screen. They're absolutely adorable. And can you tell us how your company came to be, how it got started? Because you work with your daughter.
Right. It really just started because I was having some family members ask for stationery. They couldn't find stationery for young children. And the concept of lined stationery had kind of gone by the wayside. So we searched and searched and couldn't find it. So we created our own, which is really our signature product, the lined stationery and the lined writing tablets to help those young writers get started. It's also great for the thank you notes. I've had countless moms write in and say that their child's handwriting has never been neater because they have the guided lines for their handwriting.
Nice. They're very cute pieces of paper. And didn't I read somewhere, maybe it was on a blog post or something, that you originally wanted to, you always put notes in her lunch boxes?
You know, I've been doing that for years. I send my kids to school with notes in their lunch boxes and backpacks just to kind of give them encouragement and little words of love throughout the day. And it's just something that we do. It's something fun, and it's a little part of Smilegram, certainly, based on that note concept. But there's something to be said still for a handwritten thank you note. And, you know, an email is great, but when you get that piece of paper in the mail or you get that note card in the mail and someone took the time to personally write you a note, there's something to be said for that. So our products aren't just for kids. We've had many adults buy our note cards and flat cards for thank you notes.
Very cool. Yeah, you don't get a lot of handwritten thank you cards anymore. I know Ovalai had our action calendar, and a couple times we wrote handwrite a thank you card and actually put it in the mail. It's kind of like a lost art, but it really does speak volumes, and it means a lot to the recipient because nobody seems to do that anymore.
Well, you know, it and you may view it as a lost art. Many people do. I know myself. Sometimes, it's just so much easier to send an email. But I teach my kids the value of a thank you note, and every gift that they receive, everything for their birthday, for the holidays, they're writing thank you notes to family members because it does mean something, and it does make the other person feel loved and cared for, and it gives them an overall warm, fuzzy feeling. And then they know that you appreciate the gift that they bought for them.
Yes, definitely. Very cool. I love the paper. They're so cute. And so your daughter works with you. She draws some of the art. And can you tell us how you incorporate you working with your daughter, managing family time? Because I imagine it's kind of a balance that you have to master.
We're busy. We're busy in our household. I have 3 small children, so it certainly is a juggling act. But I work with my daughter in the sense that she just draws. She just draws on occasion, and we take her ordinary artwork. So I'm certainly not putting her to work at the kitchen table. We just take her ordinary artwork, and we work with a graphic artist who then takes that ordinary artwork that she's drawn and compiles drawings and turns it into Smilegram paper. So that's how she is part of the business. But how I manage family time and work and family is I just work crazy hours. You just do what you have to do to get it done, So if you're up working at 2 a.m., that's what you do, because my family time with my kids during the day and being there at the bus stop for them is something that I really cherish and something that's really important to me. I came from a corporate environment where I worked for over a decade. So being able to start Smilegram Paper and be home with my family has really been a blessing for everyone.
Very nice. And like we were talking about before, thank you notes make a huge impression. Can you give us a couple examples or ideas of how people can incorporate this into their daily routine or into just kind of reintroduce it to people?
Well, you might think of a thank you note, and many do, as kind of a daunting task. Oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll get to it tomorrow. But when you think about it, it takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes to just sit down and write a quick note to your friend, to your loved one, to your neighbor that brought you dinner last night, whatever the occasion. It just takes 5 simple minutes. So if everyone can find 5 minutes in their day to give that expression of warmth and that gesture, it's really simple. It's simple to do.
It's very simple. And Jules says she agrees that thank you notes are a lost art. So what do? We all sit down tomorrow and we write a thank you note. Get out an actual pen and a piece of paper or a card. It doesn't even have to be something fancy or whatever. Just take the time. Everybody, you can go get a stamp. You can even print a stamp now from your computer so you don't have to get off your butt. So write a thank you note and send it in the mail to someone. It's super simple. So Carrie has done a lot of writing lately. You just got your first book put together, which is super exciting. I saw an announcement on a couple of blogs. So can you tell us a little bit about your book?
Yes, I just published my very first book. It's titled Pink Lemonade. And the subtitle is Sweet Expressions of Inspiration for Girls. And what it is it's an inspirational book for young girls. And I had the pleasure to work with 20-some successful entrepreneurs across the country who lended inspirational advice and encouragement to young girls. So it's really been so exciting to bring this book to young girls because it really lends advice that they can use. And it's such a hot topic right now, building young girls' self-esteem and their self-image and really creating overall positive self-worth in young girls. So a very visible topic across our nation right now. So I'm so pleased to have this book published and hope that it can bring self-esteem changes to many young girls.
That's very important. And you got 26, you said, entrepreneurs that are providing their insights for the book, and it's like a collaboration of all of those?
It is, yes. I mean, of course, I wrote most of the book, but there's a section of the book where it's pure advice from these women who have been there and done that and sweat through blood and tears to get to where they are. And some of their quotes and words of advice and inspiration for these young girls is something that these girls can really understand and cherish and follow. And the book is meant to make girls, young girls, feel that when they're done reading this book that they can really go tackle the world and accomplish amazing things.
That's awesome. And I would think it would apply to maybe not so young girls as well.
Well, it's funny. I wrote it with young girls, and that's the voice that it reads. But I've had women actually write back to me and say, "Thank you so much. This is not just for young girls. This is for me. This is for the old, the young. Anyone can benefit from this type of message."
Inspirational little quotes and whatnot for any, I mean, it applies to small business owners too, because like you said, you're up at 2 a.m. and you're working at the odd hours, and it's the true life of an entrepreneur. And we all know and we all know how it goes. And sometimes you just need the little words and things to make you stronger and get through and get that inspiration.
Well, Pink Lemonade is built on the concept of filling your own personal glass of lemonade, which symbolizes your own glass, your vibrant life. And it teaches one how to turn life's lemons, so perhaps it's a bad situation or a bad day, into vibrant lemonade. And it also teaches readers how to fill other people's glasses of lemonade. And the positive energy is just overwhelming coming from the book.
That's cool. I like that it's pink lemonade, because everybody says, turn lemons into lemonade, but you're not turning into lemonade. You're turning it into vibrant pink lemonade. That's way better than just regular lemonade. So Jules wants to know where Smilegram paper sells. Jules, if you look on the bottom of the screen, we have smilegrampaper.com, and her Facebook is facebook.com/smilegram.paper. So you can check her out there. She has her products for sale on her website too. And you ship everywhere, right? You ship all across the country?
Yeah, so we also ship internationally into Canada too.
Very cool. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit more about this book, because a lot of people are always on the fence about writing a book or not writing a book. So what made you decide to get a book going and to get it published?
Well, again, my daughters really were my inspiration. They're my inspiration for everything I do. And it was, again, my oldest daughter who came to me and started asking me about friendships and why are friendships so tough sometimes. And I just found myself embracing her with all this inspirational advice and really just building up her self-esteem. And I felt that it worked, but then she came back a few days later and she was a little bit bummed out after school. So again, I just felt myself really embracing her with words of encouragement. And I quickly realized that I have a bigger voice than just selling kids stationery online, that I really had a voice with a purpose, and I just wanted to share it with the other young girls.
Very nice. Jules is awesome on the chat. She's just rallying everybody up. Carrie, Jules wants to know if you feel any pressure by online custom card makers, like send out cards.
We're not necessarily doing cards per se. I mean, we have the note cards, we have the flat cards. So I would say no, we don't feel pressure from that type of market. We kind of have our own niche market.
Very good, very good. And you have other stuff besides paper items. You have like lunch boxes and all sorts of custom things that are super cute for kids. I think they're neat too. Adults can have lunch boxes. You don't have to put lunch in them. You can put iPads in them or whatever.
There you go. Well, a lot of people use them for storage. Storage is all their goodies.
Yeah, put your waffles in them. So we learned a lot about pink lemonade. I love the pink lemonade concept. It's not just turn it in lemonades. I love that. Fabulous. Okay, so tell us about, you wanted to tell our viewers that there's a special promotion you have going on for a free copy of your pink lemonade book. So tell us how they can possibly get this free pink lemonade.
Yes, I'd love to give one of our viewers tonight a copy of Pink Lemonade. So hop on over to our Facebook, and it's facebook.com/smilegram.paper.com, and leave a comment that you either heard or saw us on Oval Eye, and tomorrow we'll announce a winner on our Facebook page.
Very cool. I'm going to go there too. Y'all should go there. So again, it's facebook.com/smilegram.paper. And I believe we tagged her on the Small Business Do It Better Facebook page too. So if you can't find her, or you can just search for Facebook Smilegram Paper. Before we go, Carrie, I want you to tell us where everybody can find you at online, because I know you have links on your website, but tell us where we can get you and contact you and see all your cool products.
Smilegram is Smilegram, Gram, paper.com.
All right, and you're on Twitter at Smilegram. You're on Facebook, Smilegram.paper. She's on Pinterest. You have an Etsy store. So you're all over the place.
We are. We're all over.
Awesome. And if you need anything, Google or go to her website and contact her, and we'll have her links up tomorrow on this episode on our website. So you won't have to look for them. We'll have all that for you. So tonight, right now, whatever, after the show, go to her Facebook page, mention that you saw her on Small Businesses Do It Better, and she will pick someone to give a free copy of her book, Pink Lemonade. So I want to thank you so much, Carrie, for being with us on the show tonight.
Thank you, Carissa.
Thank you. All right, that was awesome. I really like the pink lemonade part. I love the color pink, but it's very cool. It's just stepping it up a notch. All right, so honestly, I didn't have a waffle before the show. I'm just like this. Okay. Sure. Producer says, sure. No, really, I am. Okay, so next week, we are featuring another product, and we are having another guest, of course. So next week's guest is in the chat room right now. His name is Zelth, like stealth, but with a Z. His name is Kevin Nelson with Zelth Audio, and he makes awesome, super cool speakers. He was at the CES in Vegas. He's in I think, what was it, TechCrunch, or he was in gadget magazines and audio magazines, and he's kind of all over the place. But I have to tell you, Kevin has the most amazing entrepreneurial story that I have ever heard. So make sure you turn in to watch this, because you are gonna want to hear this. If you want to know a little bit, you can check out our calendar on smallbusinessdoitbetter.com. And next week for our product, you guys in the chat room may have talked to this guy, because he's all over the place too. He's a huge Shark Tank fan as well as I. It's Joseph Colbert, and he is the owner of Fuzzy Cover. Yes, I said Fuzzy Cover. He makes adhesive fuzzy covers for notebooks, like paper notebooks, like real paper, not laptops. So next week, my notebook will be fuzzy. So tune in next week. You can watch this episode, all of our past episodes. Like I said, everything is on one website now, smallbusinessesdoitbetter.com or sbdib.com, the short version. Submit your guest blog posts. Send your information in to have your product on the show or get scheduled on the show. And stay tuned for information about getting your product promoted for the holiday season, because we're all about growing awareness for the small business community and really helping all the small businesses out there get their name out there, promote themselves. We want to make it really easy. So just contact me. I'm a total geek. I always have my computer or my phone on me, so I will respond to you quickly. But anyways, come back tomorrow for this episode with all of Carrie's links, and be sure to go to her Facebook page to get that copy. And we will talk to you next Tuesday right here, same place, same time. And I'm Carissa Dunphy, and check back next week at sbdib.com.